Free at last, 5 Iranian Americans held for years in Iran's brutal Evin prison, and who President Joe Biden says are innocent of espionage-related charges. His administration welcomed the news.
Today, their freedom, the freedom of these Americans, for so long unjustly imprisoned and detained in Iran, means some pretty basic things. It means that husbands and wives, fathers and children, grandparents can hug each other again, can see each other again, can be with each other again.
They arrived in Doha, Qatar on Monday in exchange for the U.S. freeing up $6 billion of Iranian oil proceeds that it had frozen in a South Korean bank through sanctions. Tehran's critics say the regime may use that cash to continue its oppression and further its nuclear ambitions. This week, protesters around the world marched to mark the first anniversary of the death of Mahsa Amini, a Kurdish Iranian woman who died while in police custody after allegedly violating an Iranian law requiring girls and women to wear a headscarf. The White House stresses that the money comes with tough restrictions.
These funds will now be subject to more legal restrictions than they were when they were in Korea. If Iran tries to divert the funds, we'll take action and we'll lock them up again. I also want to be clear. This is not a payment of any kind. It's not ransom. These aren't U.S. taxpayer dollars. And we haven't lifted a single one of our sanctions on Iran.
But Iran's president says his government will spend the money wherever we need it. Analysts say this deal is about much more than releasing prisoners and frozen assets. And it happens right as world leaders, including Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi, join Biden in New York for the United Nations General Assembly.
It's also part of an agreement that is meant to make some sort of diplomatic progress toward containing the Iranian nuclear program and accelerating a broader de-escalation between Iran and the United States throughout the Middle East.
In a statement, Biden said he would continue to impose costs on Iran for their provocative actions in the region. And the White House said separately, on Monday morning he held an emotional call with the hostages' families. Anita Powell, VOANews, Washington.